Hello citizens, it would seem that I'm going from 1 video a week to 100 videos a week apparently, at least this week. Right now we have the anniversary week going on and we just had anniversary live stream. So what this means is that there's a lot going on, and instead of doing one long video with everything in it, that would just be overwhelming. I'm trying to shorten it down to put information in different videos, so it will be easier for you, the viewer, to actually find information you're looking for instead of having to scroll through a video that's 1 hour long just to find what you're looking for. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So this is the next step in that line, and we're going to talk about production schedule report that Chris Robert mentioned during the live stream yesterday. So what this means is that they're going for a more open development kind of way, because right now, or the way it has been that they've been very quiet and focusing on the development. They haven't really said much, because at the start of the development they were very open. They said, okay, we're going to release this at that date, we're going to release this at that date. And when they weren't able to keep that date, people were flaming so hard on the forums, and they were saying, oh, this is vaporware, this is just a scam, blah blah blah. And this has made SIG probably to be very defensive and trying to protect themselves from getting more bad PR. And so as a step now, they're going to try with 2.6, because that's exactly what I think this is. This is an attempt. If this doesn't work, then they're probably going to skip it, but they're going to try it with 2.6. Now we'll have to see if they're going to continue it with 3.0 and forward. However, if we scroll down here and start looking at the actual things in this post, we'll have the 2.6 overview. So for example, if we look up here, I think you should be able to see my arrow. You'll see the 2.6 Evocati PTU, and it says the 18th of November, which was yesterday when the live stream went live. So this means that with the live stream came the PTU for the Evocati. So that means they're testing this right now as I speak, and they're going to be testing it until Friday. And after that, Monday next week, the PTU will be live on the PTU will be live on the PTU. Yeah, of course. The PTU will be live for the rest of the testers, and that will probably be less like it has been before. Depending on how much you have participated in the issue council, you will have priority to the PTU, and then they will add people as time goes on to I can't speak today. Stress test the servers. Thank you. God damn it. And that will be going on until December the 5th. And then on the 8th of December, according to this, they will release 2.6. But as you can see down here in the corner, it says aim date. It doesn't say release date, it says aim date. So that means they're aiming towards the 8th of December, but it doesn't mean that they are going to release it on the 8th of December. Why am I saying November? So it's an aim date. So I'm just going to say that one more time. It's an aim date. It doesn't mean they're going to release it on the 8th of December. That means that they're aiming towards releasing it on the 8th of December. So with that being said and repeated like 5 times, let's have a look on what is in this thing. So we have Star Marine. And I'm not sure exactly why it's ending here on the 30th of November, if that means that's the deadline. But at least that's where it is right now. And from what we saw during the live stream, it looks pretty well polished and looks pretty ready to be released. We also have Arena Commander balance and improvements. That's aimed towards the 23rd of November, which is this week. And then we have Text and Systems, which is aimed towards the 8th of December. So that's the same date as the aim date for being released. And then we have some content that also should be done by the 2nd of December. And then we have Front End, Refactor, and the Mega Map. I believe the Mega Map is making the Arena Commander bigger, but I'm not sure, to be honest, what the Mega Map means exactly. So the next step here is breaking down by subsection, and first out we have Star Marine. So as you can see here, we can see exactly how far Star Marine has gotten along, and as you can see, the code should be pretty much ready. So I'm beginning to believe the lines here means that's when it's done, or aiming to be done. So the code here is on the 18th of November, so that's the same date as the Evocati started testing it. The animations are still ongoing, as that aim date is on the 30th of November, and the facial idols are actually still under development. It will also be on the 30th of November. Then we have character art, and that was aimed towards the 11th of November, so that should be done. And we have level design environment art, and that's aimed towards the 18th of November as well. However, we do know that one map isn't finished yet, and that's going to be a map in an asteroid. However, they did show one map yesterday, and that was done, I believe. Now we have the UI. As we've seen in some videos, they've really remade the UI. Instead of having this clunky big UI that we have in most FPS games, they've tried to integrate the UI into the helmet so it merges with everything else in the helmet instead of being something that pops out outside of it. And that really makes the immersion goes to a whole new level, because it's not something that takes up the screen, because it's just there in the lower corners in your peripherals. So that's really good. So you can see here it's the same with 2.6 PTU. It's meant to be there because, well, that's the whole thing with 2.6 really. It's Star Marine. So if you continue down here, you can see the code is feature complete, animation is feature complete, combat signals is feature complete, destructible props is not really complete yet. It still has some things going on there. And as you can see, ETA due shortly. Then we have facial idols, ETA 30th November, it's not done yet. We have character art, feature complete. And then we have level design. And Damien, the second map, it's slated to be on release for the 18th November, which, wait a second, that was actually yesterday. So that could be in the PTU. That's interesting. We'll just have to wait and see until Monday the 28th when the NDA ends and everyone else can join. Next up, we have the Arena Commander balance and improvements. Here we have Pirate Swarm, and that's a new mode similar to Vandal Swarm, just with pirates instead. And as you can see here, that is still under development and has until the 30th of November to be done. We also have pickups, which is going to be a new kind of function in Arena Commander, which is going to be some kind of blue blobs or balls in game that you can pick up to get missiles, because you're going to use out your missiles. You can't respawn to get new missiles, but you have to fly and pick these up when you blow things up. And that was something they showed off during the live stream as well. And then we have some new ICC missions and EVA combat areas. That's kind of interesting. And yeah, that has to be under the / improvement part, because that's not on Arena Commander balance. New ICC missions, I think most of us are going to welcome that quite a lot, to be honest. Then we have some Easter egg missions. That's kind of interesting as well. No idea what that means. And we have some scoring rebalance. They really remade the whole scoreboard and everything in Arena Commander. That was shown yesterday as well. And then we have some IFCS missile guidance. Yeah, they are gonna improve the missile system as well, from what I've read so far. And then we have some ship balance. I'm not reading up the dates here now because we're gonna continue down to the text here in just a moment. So Pirate Swarm, it's feature complete, and like I said before, there's gonna be a map where you combat pirates instead of Vandal. I have no idea when I'm pushing my buttons, so I have no push to talk at the moment. So yeah, so that's that, and the whole, let's see, an image for the mode is needed for the front end UI. Okay, yeah. So they still have some things they need to fix, but it seems to be feature complete, so it just needs some tweaking now. And that's aiming towards the 30th of November. Then we have pickups, that's also feature complete, and they show this off in game. And as you can see here, they have some audio. That was ETA on the 18th November. I'm sure, can't remember if there was some audio when they picked stuff up. I'll have to go back and watch that. We have some new missions here as well, and that's feature complete as well. And yeah, what that's, so they have here, Design have provided information that QA that outlines 2 new missions, how to access them, and other pertinent information. So it seems like there's 2 new missions, if I'm not misreading this, for the ICC. Is that an ICC? Yeah, that should be the ICC missions. And then we have the scoring rebalance, yeah. So that's feature complete as well. And apparently I was wrong here, it seems, because this didn't have anything to do with the new scoreboard at all. This has to do with Battle Royale and Squadron Battle. And the points sharing there has been reassessed. So it's now be possible to reach the target score before the times run out. Then we have the IFCS missile guidance. So they have really changed a few things here and balanced and tuned the missiles. So hopefully missiles will be usable again, because missiles have been total crap until now. And this is an ETA towards yesterday. And we have some ship balance, rotational limit ramp as a ship approaches max cruise speed. And that's ETA on the 23rd, so a little later this week. So we're going to continue down here to tech and system, and holy crap, there's a lot of colors. And well, we have entity bind culling. I have absolutely no idea what that means, but we're going to have a look at that in just a second. Then we have message ordering, we have camera improvements, we have serial variability, we have music logic system, and ship computer 1.x. So there's 2 points here that I can talk about. That's the camera improvements that they talked about quite a lot. So that's having new angles, and apparently we should be able to save different angles into some hotkeys, I believe. So we can just jump between cameras quickly and just get a really good view when we fly around space, which would probably help people doing machinimas or help people that just want to capture the game when they fly and they play, without having to push the F4 button every time you want to jump between different mode, and then you have to press F4 twice to get in the front camera, and then Z to start rotating, and then you have to push the F4 button like a couple of times before you're back in the cockpit and you're dead because you hit an asteroid or something like that. And then we have the music logic system. Chris Roberts has been talking about this as well, and this is the whole music system where it will detect if you're going into combat, and it will start that combat music and make it louder and louder, and really that you immerse yourself into the feeling that now you're in the combats. And then when the combat ends, it will start fade the combat music away and go back into the normal relaxed mode where you can just continue your little trip into space. So we're gonna continue down here as well to the network text, and there's not much I can say about that. We know they're trying to fix the whole network part and network coding for the game, and I believe there's some improvements coming with 2.6, and that's for ETA is on the 23rd of November. Then we have message ordering. I have absolutely no idea what that's about either, but since network engineering is almost finished, so I believe that might be something with the back end where it sends messages to the different parts of the game telling it what to do, but I'm not sure. And then we have serialized variables. So it's apparently a stretch goal, which I have no idea either what that is, or if that's a stretch goal for the development, or if that's a stretch goal from the crowdfunding. And then of course we have the camera improvements that I just talked about, which means that you're going to be able to move your cameras to different parts and stuff like that. And they're also just improving the general camera look when you fly. And of course the music logical system that I talked about, and then we have the chip computer. Let's see here, groundwork for allowing the player to select the verbosity of ship computer. I have absolutely no idea what that means. If someone knows what the verbosity means, then please post something down below, or I'm just gonna Google later on. Next up we have content, and here you can see the Vanguard hoplite, which was finished on the 17th of November, apparently, according to this. And we have Drake Herald that also was finished on the 7th of November. And now we have Grim Hex Bar. That's also going to be available during or finished on the 2nd of December. So this is something that I haven't heard anything about until now. The Grim Hex Bar, they haven't mentioned it in the live stream, they haven't mentioned it anywhere. So I know they're gonna continue to develop Grim Hex because it's not done. There's a lot left to do there. It's gonna be a racing course at Yalla, it's gonna be yeah, a lot of stuff going on there. So that's gonna be quite interesting. I'm really looking forward to visit Grim Hex again if they're gonna add something new there. Because right now there's not a lot to do there. You spawn there and then you're just gonna be cranky, and then you want to go back to Port Olisar so you can spawn a proper ship, and then you continue your journey. So yeah, we haven't heard anything about the Hoplite. We have seen the Herald quite a lot. They've spammed that all over the place, but the Hoplite has been kind of hiding in the shadows. So hopefully they will show off the Hoplite a bit more during the week. I think they've tried to keep the Hoplite back because that's a troop transport, and we now have the Prowler, and that's concept sales. It's kind of obvious they want the Prowler to be sold because that's a lot more expensive ship, and well, they want to see how the interest is in alien ships, because if the Prowler sells well, then they're probably gonna start making more Teverian ships. Or, well, not Teverian ships, but Teverian/human design ships. And the Vanguard is a human design ship, it's a UE ship. And it's just a Vanguard with a few changes made for transporting troops. That's pretty much it. So it's not something special, in my opinion. Anyway, as we can see here, it's in test. The Vanguard is in testing. With a few bugs fixed, it's feature complete. The Drake Herald is feature complete in testing with QA, and so the ship seems to be pretty much ready. Grim Hex Bar is requiring some prop dressing, and then it's going to be done in the 2nd December. I'm sorry if I'm laughing here because I was just starting to thinking of hamburger dressing when I read that, so yeah, never mind. Let's continue on. We have here UI front end refactor, and holy crap, this post is long. We're like halfway through. And well, as you can see here, we have Star Marine environment screens, we have Arena Commander pickup icons, we have electronic access widgets, we have Star Marine loadout customization, we have Arena Commander ship customization, we have front end flow and leaderboard service. So leaderboard service, they're gonna remake the whole leaderboards. We have the Arena Commander ship customizations. I think they were gonna make a screen from the menu that you were gonna be able to access to customize your ship instead of having to jump into your hangar all the time just to change something. And then we also have Star Marine loadout. I'm not sure about that, but I think I've seen that somewhere. It's going to be similar to Call of Duty, Battlefield, and all that other FPS crap. And then we have electronic access widgets. I'm not sure what that's about. Then we have Arena Commander pickup icons, and we talked about that just a few moments ago, about how you're going to be able to pick up these blue balls or blobs, whatever you want to call them, to get missiles and ammunition and stuff like that. And then Star Marine environment screens, well, that's pretty much a loading screen or something like that. So you can see Arena Commander pickup icons, ETA 28th of November. That's kind of interesting because we saw that in the live stream. Electronic access widget, game widgets, 18 November, no idea what that's about. Star Marine environment screens, ETA 30th of November. Lobbies and main menus. Star Marine loadout customization, ETA 25th November, so that's Friday. Arena Commander ship customization, ETA 5th of December. Oh, that's pretty far actually. Front end flow, no idea. 20th of November. Anyway, oh yeah, that's when the PTU is live for everyone else, right? Leaderboard service. 2 blocking bugs that were preventing testing of the leaderboard stats being sent to the platform, blah blah blah. Turbulent or working update leaderboard stats. Ah, right, so that's probably communication between the website and the game. And then we have Megamap, stretch goal. I still have no idea what Megamap means. Game rules, entities, and network. So now we're actually going down into this goals or 2.6 parts, and then the parts of 2.6. We're going step by step by step. I kind of like this. They're really going down to detail level now. So we have game rules, entities, and networking. And as you can see, networking is going the same date all towards the 8th of December until release. Well, to be honest, networking and coding is never complete. And well, Let's see here, game rules. Different game modes, being sure you work in single player and multiplayer. They're working to game mode again. Server-side changes for disconnecting, refactoring, bug fixes. Yeah, so here we're talking about the actual game code and networking code. And well, that's 2.6 to be honest. As you can see here, we have 3.0 here, and we can, well, we may as well, we've gone on now for 20 minutes, so let's just continue on here a quickie. So this is nothing special. This is what they showed during Gamescom and CitizenCon. I think CitizenCon, I think they showed this. So this is just a summarization of the PowerPoint presentation they had, showing off everything with the ship, when the ship's being released or aimed to be released, what kind of features are being released, and stuff like that. So as you can see, it's just the same crap. So as you're probably not gonna be able to read through this because I'm just scrolling here. And then with 4.0, they're gonna start expand the universe. We're gonna be able to actually jump towards another system. So yeah, that's pretty much it with 2.6 and how the development is going on. And the date at the moment is the 19th of November 2016. And the release date is the 8th of December. And like I said before, that's an aim date. That this doesn't mean it's going to be released on that date. However, what we do know with this date is that 3.0, there's not a chance that 3.0 is going to be released in 2016. So once again, thank you for tuning in. This is Mackie signing off.